Hi, this is Dr. Weideman, your instructor for online statistics class this summer, and I'm going to give you a quick introduction to the Angel course and also to the My Stat Lab course. The handout that you see on the screen here you have in the Introductory Materials folder, and let's actually go over to our class and take a look at what's in there. So I'm in the Angel class. I have several sections, so this number you see up here may not match the one you're in, but the setups are all the same for all the courses. If you look at the toolbar at the top, the home page, what I call the home page, is where you'll come when you first come into the class each time. There's a link to the syllabus here. You can see your mail here. There's some useful links over here on the right side to library resources. If you wanted to get online tutoring from Smart Thinking, my SBC login, and so forth. So you might find out also some student technical support information. The next tab that you really want to know about is the syllabus tab. And the same syllabus that was linked from the home page is also available here on the syllabus tab. And this is the syllabus for our class. And you want to make sure that you're familiar with this. Read the whole syllabus. There's going to be a syllabus quiz that you need to be aware of. The calendar will show the dates for the class. I load all the due dates in and informational dates like the college is closed. Your first set of due dates for this summer are on June 2nd, and that's actually 2 weeks worth of work, so there's quite a few things listed there, but to get you started. And then on the course materials page, this is the page you'll probably spend the most time in Angel. Here's the introductory materials for the course. You'll want to take a few minutes to go through that folder. There's quite a bit of, there's a little humor there for you. This is the this is the video that you're listening to right now. There's the welcome to the class, some things to do first, how to use Angel, another link to the syllabus, the calendar for the summer, which is also included in this handout that we're looking at right now, the textbook information, proctor testing information, a folder of my math lab materials, 5 myths about distance learning, and then that required syllabus quiz is located right here. Let's go back up to the course materials. You notice here's a link to my instructor page if you wanted to see information about me and courses that I teach. This link will show you your grades. I recommend using this link rather than the grades reports link because this one will give you an overall average, and I think it's a better link. It's always, and it's updated every time I change a grade or you take an assessment in Angel. This folder here will have analysis of quiz answers. Every time a due date passes, and for quizzes I will post an analysis of questions that were missed by 30–40% of the students in the class, so you might want to take a look at those if you're having trouble with any concepts. I'll hold weekly chat sessions. This class's chat sessions will be on Tuesday night from 7 to 8. And I'll post the link in this folder, and we use this website. It's an online whiteboard. You don't have to log in or create an account. You'll simply use the link that'll be posted here for the chat each week. Okay, and then the course contents that we cover are covered here in units. So the first half of the course will be units 1 to 4, and you want to take time to look at these. Each unit folder will contain information about the learning objectives that we're going to cover. There'll be a handout, a PowerPoint handout. There'll also be information about their quizzes in here. If there's an activity, a discussion topic, it'll be listed in here, and then all the unit folders have related materials that you might find helpful. It's critical now. We're going to go over and look at the My Stat Lab course. You must purchase the oh, and by the way, let me go back for a second too. You will not, if you notice when you first go into this folder, if you don't see anything in here like I'm showing you right now, then you haven't completed the syllabus quiz with 100%. You need to do that in order for the remaining course materials to unlock. So if you go into this Unit 1 folder and there's not 3 chapter folders here, you didn't complete that quiz with 100%. Okay, so in the My Stat Lab course, I'm going to go over and look at the course and introduce you a little bit here. Once you get set up, and there are materials, let's go back to our class for a minute. There are materials in this Introductory Materials folder, right here in the My Math Lab Materials folder. There's a handout here, instructions. There's a registration guide that comes directly from Pearson, the sponsor of the website, and there's also a little tip sheet if you're having trouble with some of the settings and so forth. But you want to use this folder here, and there's, again, if you might be in a different course than the 688 section. If you are, make sure you use the course ID that's provided in your syllabus. Okay, so let's go back over to the Angel course, I'm sorry, the My Stat Lab course. Course home will look like this. It'll show you things that are coming up due, and you can look at your results here. Chapter contents, I would suggest that you become familiar with this because this is a whole ebook, which is just like the printed book. And the first chapter we cover in the book, for instance, is chapter 1, and it has 3 sections. The videos are shown here. I've also got the videos linked in the homework section. Here's where you can actually get into the multimedia ebook. Each chapter handout lists activities within each section that you might find helpful if you're having, again, trouble with some of the concepts. And those are embedded right into the ebook. It just takes a minute to load. Okay, and so here's what the ebook looks like. You can see the cover of the book, and then it's set up in chapters, as you would imagine. And so if you wanted to get some read about data, you would go to this section here. And embedded activities, I don't remember exactly on this one. Here's your navigation bar up here. Here's one. Here's an active stats activity. So this one would be reinforcing the concepts given here. And if you're having trouble, you might want to go through these sections in the book. A lot of students find them very helpful. Let's click this open up here. Here's your homework. And homework is organized again by section in the book. I'm sorry, by chapter in the book. This is a required activity right here to complete this little quiz on our homework on introduction. This shows you how to enter answers and so forth. And here's a little video that goes along with that. Due dates are shown here. You have unlimited attempts on this homework. You can always go back after the due date, which is shown here, to redo any problems that you maybe didn't get all the points for, as long as you worked on it at least one time before the due date. The quizzes, by the way, there are no quizzes here in my stat lab. Your quizzes are in Angel. StatCrunch is the tool that we'll be using. It's a statistical tool, and we'll use that later in the course, back when we get to chapter 2. And I'll give you instructions in quizzes and also in the chapter handouts to go to a particular chapter. So for instance, you see here chapter 1 doesn't have any data sets, but chapter 2 does. And so perhaps you would want to work on the blood pressure data, and it will load the data in here, and then the handout or the quiz. I also have videos that show you how to use the technology, but they'll give you specific instructions, and you'll use the different tools up here to work those problems. And I don't think there's much else in here that's really that informational for you. Let's go back to the handout for a minute. I think I've gone through everything I had in your handout. Let's see, I think we went through all this. I just also wanted to mention that we have proctored exams in this course, a midterm and a final. You don't have to make an appointment. If you've taken online courses before and have taken proctored exams, you simply go to one of the 4 campuses during the proctor testing time period. If you're not in the area, you're going to have to identify a proctor local to you, and if you look in the syllabus, there's a link in there to get you to put in an application to identify a proctor and have that proctor accept your assignment. And again, the weekly schedule, which I've got back here in each course handout, and it lists week by week with the dates, what you're going to be working on, your assignments, your My Math Lab homework, your Angel assignments, and also discussions are located. I showed you that in the chapter folders. They're identified here. And then when those items are due. I don't extend due dates, so you want to keep track. They're always going to be Monday night at 11 o'clock, except for the first week that I delayed until June 2nd to give you a chance to get comfortable with the course. So please feel free to contact me by course email if you have any questions, and I look forward to working with you during this class.